right, Hotline Miami 2, wrong number is our review this week. So
Damn,
let's check this game out. So, you know, pretty much, I almost said
it's not available for PS3. I can't play it.
Are you sure? You said that before, and I don't. Have they just not released it yet, or you just couldn't find it? Because I thought it came out on everything.
He's not smart enough to look shit up on the PSN, dude. Come on.
I was too busy playing Mortal Kombat 3. I didn't have time to look for it.
All right. Well, if you had spent a couple minutes looking for it, I'm pretty sure it's out. PS4, PC, PS3, Xbox 360, Xbox One, and I believe it's out on Mac as well, or will be out on Mac pretty soon.
It's also out for, I just heard it's out for ColecoVision, Amiga, Commodore 64,
Sega Master System,
Atari Jaguar,
NES,
for all of them.
Yeah,
cool.
3DO. Did you mention that one?
It came out for 3DO, Philips CDI,
all that shit. The Apple Pippin, you can get it on that
Apple
too
Pippin,
if you want.
Yeah, what else did it come out for? It came out for the IBM.
All right,
the IBM home computer.
Magnavox Odyssey.
So I can review this fucking game.
Odyssey 2. Don't forget about the Odyssey 2. It came out for that as well. It came
all
out
that
for.
Shit. So there's no excuse for not playing
also,
this.
if you want to play the
mobile, making excuses.
The mobile version came out for my Texas Instruments calculator. It's out for all of them. You can get it wherever.
I mean, the graphics don't look the same on each one, but
no, just make sure you use the home keys and you'll be fine.
Right. Okay, so as you can see from the gameplay, if you're familiar with the original Hotline Miami, this looks really, really similar, and on most levels it is.
Yeah.
But they added some new stuff.
One of which is the layout is a lot bigger.
See, I didn't notice that. Maybe it felt more or less the same, but I
you
can see it.
getting
Maybe
shot
I
off screen all the time.
It's
it's a lot more. I know.
I was going to mention I got blown away from off screen constantly playing this game.
Nick, let me ask you this. All the game is Grand Theft Auto 1.
There's no vehicles involved.
Yeah.
Okay, then it's Grand Theft Auto 1 mixed with the game Loaded for PlayStation 1.
All right.
Well, I never played Loaded, so I don't know.
It's not at all. Yeah, I mean, I think
you got to use that shift key to get around that because see this guy he just got blasted from friggin'.
Did you use this? Did you play this on the keyboard?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah, dude, the controller's a trap, dude.
Dude, I played it on the PS4.
The original was designed on PC first, dude. The controller's a trap because you just move that thing with the mouse and then you lock onto them and then. Yeah, I don't know. I felt like the deaths were a lot cheaper in this one. Like I said a couple times already.
Yeah.
Because if you can't if you've got a big lane like that, he's not getting shot from off screen here. But if there's areas and then the friggin' glass too, that can catch you. Like if you walk up and they can see you through the friggin' glass, you can get blown away.
Yeah. I want to talk about the characters you can play.
Yeah, I was going to mention that. So we still have the masks in this one, but the focus is more on the different characters that are in this game. So it switches back and forth between a number of characters, actually.
Yeah. So you got and
they all have different abilities, right?
Yeah. So you got the Zero, which I believe he can roll.
Right. You can dodge now. This guy doesn't know how to do it. So
yeah. And then you got the Bear, he has dual.
Right, he's got the machine guns. Did you notice that he's like his character footprint is like larger, so he can get like did you notice that? I think his hitbox is like bigger because like his character is like actually like larger, so you can get hit easier.
So we got that. Then we got the Ducks.
Right,
which is two characters. You get one character, which at first when I first played as him,
were their names Alex and Ash? Not the Mighty Ducks, Tom. Alex and Ash, I believe.
Yeah.
Not Fulton Reed?
I actually thought that they were probably the hardest to play with because one of them has the chainsaw, so you got to get in close with the chainsaw.
That's the thing. When I first played
and then the other one's got the gun.
When I first played them as them, I was like, oh my god, this is like too complicated. It's like you gotta aim. I don't know, just the way it controlled was just like. It was just really weird.
Well, because the one with the gun follows behind, so if you're trying to shoot somebody, you have to move. You got to move them back and forth and get them lined up.
You got to aim it correctly. So that was. So I held off on him for a little while until you actually had to play with him near the end of the game, and then once you get used to it, it becomes really fun.
Right.
And then you obviously got Tony the Tiger, who can just use his fists, and I think that's
right.
it.
One-hit punches. There's one where one of the characters can, when they throw the weapons, like they have deadly throws, so they can throw stuff and it'll kill them.
I don't know, just the game. As far as gameplay goes, you're gonna expect the same type of thing from the first game, which is fine because I think the gameplay in this is awesome. But I want to talk about even the story segments in this game because it's really bizarre.
Yeah, I couldn't follow what was going on.
I tried to, and I was just like, okay, I'm just gonna take it for what it is. This is happening. This is happening. I'm not sure how it's connected, but I'm just gonna take it in. So there's this
in particular. This is one of my favorite segments where, like we said, it bounces back and forth.
Yeah.
This guy is actually fighting Russian army guys. In Hawaii, and so it switches to this guy a couple times. And I actually thought this was one of the better parts of the game where you're doing this type of thing because it's a lot different than just like killing mobsters or whatever. This is like these parts of the game have a different feel.
Yeah. So you got those five guys.
Looks like Commando for NES.
Yeah.
Or like Akari Warriors or something.
So you got those five guys that you play as, and they have obviously
the guys with the van, right? That shit's friggin' hilarious. Like, there's that one level where like you play as the mobster guy, but then it switches to them while he's like getting drunk and like getting messed up on drugs in the club, and then the van just comes flying in. Yeah, that shit's hilarious.
And then so you play as those guys, and then you play as there's a real war which is going on right now, and then there's like a drug war between
right. There's the Russian mob against the Colombians.
Yeah. So there's all that going on. It's just the way, I don't know. It just gets really bizarre. I can't really describe it. It's just there's something about it I really like. It's obviously has that. To me, it has that.
We talked about it on when we reviewed the first game. It's that like you can do this stuff and you can die really quickly, but then you just instantly restart and try it again. So it just keeps things going.
That's. I mean, I'll get to that in a second. But this game, as far as the vibe goes, it's very sleazy in a way, like that the story and some of the characters, which I kind of like.
Yeah, a lot of the characters are seriously morally bankrupt, I'd say.
And then, but it has that Brian De Palma film, Scarface. It's the color palette and everything like that. But I will say, as far as strictly going back to that gameplay segment, restarting obviously was in the first one as well. Having the game just restart instantly makes the game for me because, in my opinion, if you die so often that if you had to restart. If you had to restart and wait for a load time, it would just take a lot. It would just take a lot out of it.
That would kill it. People would rage quit and shut it off after the first 2 times.
Yeah.
Like, no way.
Yeah. So I mean,
all right, what about the music? The music in this the first one one set the bar, right? And they continued it in here definitely. I think they brought on even more artists for the music, but each level has its own different music. And, it's just crazy shit.
Super bumping and super catchy. Definitely, there's a lot of synth going on. You could say a lot of 80s vibe.
It fits that late 80s, early 90s vibe, definitely, yeah.
Fits the game pretty well.
Very well.
Yeah.
I was talking to Elliot, and he was like, he didn't play the game, but he was watching me play it, and he was like, man, I just want to get the soundtrack and just drive to it. The music's that good where you can obviously a lot of video game music is good, but this one in particular is, I really want to download and just as I'm driving somewhere and just listen to it because it's it's definitely really, it's quality.
See what I'm saying? This guy, he's trying to snipe those dudes in the other room, but they're hiding behind ammo boxes. But a lot of times that's what you do. And I wanted to mention too, it showed the like the army levels or whatever. But I actually noticed there was a couple times where I was able to get like outside the level.
Yeah.
And like go.
That's
like
what I would do sometimes.
I could tell like a lot of times you can do that, but I'm pretty sure this was not intended because I was like outside, but I couldn't move in, so I was against the wall. I couldn't see the player character, but I was shooting dudes and like I was killing them and no one was coming after me or whatever. So I just like ran the baseline around the level and like blew a whole bunch. I took out like half the freaking guys.
I could run around the base level, but I couldn't shoot anybody. At least I haven't really tried.
Well, it was only like 1 or 2 levels I was able to do that, but I definitely took advantage of a glitch by doing that because I don't think usually if you fire off a weapon that close to any of the guy like right there, like they just come after you.
Yeah.
So that was interesting. They sort of missed that. I also thought like I managed to get through the whole thing, but I thought it was definitely like the levels were longer and the overall game was definitely longer than the first one too.
Yeah.
Some of those levels at the end get pretty freaking hard.
Yeah,
but
they do.
I think the first game had that.
You got the dodge. You get the big like bruiser dudes.
Oh, those freaking dogs.
Yeah.
And there's dudes later on that you have to use a melee weapon against, and they're wicked fast. Did you run into them yet?
Yeah.
So the other guys, like the big bruiser dudes, you can shoot them, but then they just keep coming, and you gotta shoot them
a couple times unless you have the shotgun.
Yeah.
Then if you have the shotgun,
That's
or
true.
if you have the shotgun, or if you have if you play as Tony the Tiger.
Oh, then you can punch them.
Yeah, you can punch them and they just fall. Well, they stumble, and then you have to like rip their head off.
Oh, right, yeah, and do the finishing move.
Yeah, do the finishing move.
I'm talking about, though, there's guys later on where, like, if you try and shoot them, they do this weird duck bullshit. And so you can keep shooting them, and they'll just keep,
those are the dudes with the melee.
Yeah, so,
the melee stick or whatever.
You have to melee kill those guys. So, like, I got burned a whole bunch of times trying to, like, run up. I'm like, I'll just blow this dude away. And, like, it's difficult to tell sometimes. Yeah, so they just move out of the way. And then since you have a gun and not a melee weapon, they just run up and, like, instantly kill you.
Yeah.
That was different.
The last part with the where you play as the main Colombian leader there. And
that guy's actually the Russian mob leader. The guy with the white suit.
Yeah. So you get the story, but when you're going in there and you're just flat. I remember that was one part. I think that was the first time I ever faced a guy like that. Like those melee dudes who duck, and I just kept dying over and over again. That was like the most difficult level.
There's definitely that level, and then in the prison level had a bunch of those because there's a level where you have to fight your way out of the prison, and there's a bunch of inmates that will attack you like that. So those inmates are very much like the dogs, where they move really fast. Oh, those friggin' dogs! Yeah, those.
You guys are giving it all away for me.
No,
well, the dogs were in the first one.
You gotta play the game. Like, there's really nothing to spoil as far as like.
Yeah, I know
what you're gonna face.
See, and then you get this like these cutscenes are all really like mostly unconnected, but it'll bounce back and forth. So see these guys, this freaking van, I can't.
I really enjoyed it, and then there was I think he was like the writer. Where like
so he doesn't kill people. He like unloads the guns and he just beat guys up and knock them out.
No, I didn't. Jeff told me about this. I never did this. Where apparently you can kill him. You can kill. You just have to. Yeah,
you can. You just keep punching him.
Yeah. But then eventually you can use weapons after you do that a couple times.
Right. But if you notice what he does, when you hit them with the melee weapons, they're just lying there or they're rolling around. So he's like breaking their legs, or he's just hurting them like badly enough that they don't like.
Yeah, he's stunning them pretty much.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, see what I'm saying? I think this guy, I think his footprint, like I think his sprite footprint is actually larger than the other characters. So he's got the 2 machine guns, but it's easier for him to get shot. Like, see the other guy standing next to him?
Yeah.
And then we're gonna go down to the requisite sewer level, right?
Yeah, just the level design and everything, the color palette, everything that it's just the aesthetic of this game. Wow, was put together really well.
So more of the same from the first game.
But definitely a buy. This is actually the first game I played this year, and I'm really happy I played it. I paid $10 because I had that Spring Fever coupon that I got from PAX, and I used that on it.
Nice.
So this game for
try and get it on sale. Yeah.
Yeah, $15. You should definitely play this game. Highly recommend it.
I will have to download it as soon as I finish my move.
You should.
Well, first I'll get Mortal Kombat, then I'll get this.
No, get this first. And then play
Definitely.
Mortal Kombat.
So, yeah.
Great.
If you like the first game, this is just the same thing. They expanded the story, and I think this is going to be the last one.
I was talking about this with Jeff. I'm sure they'll have a spiritual successor. One of the things I would like to see if they do if you note, actually, there's a spoiler at the end of the game. I don't know if you hit the credits yet, but I won't spoil anything. But there's a big surprise at the end of this game, which you should all play and see for yourself.
This Hotline Miami 2 is a buy from us. If you were into the first one, definitely check this one out.
Play it.
And there you go.
Play it.
That's Hotline Miami 2.